Also, guys, reminder, sorry. If it's not your segment yet, can you put your Zoom into mute muna? Thank you.
Welcome everyone to the first ever JRooz review live stream here on Facebook. And it's a beautiful Friday night, and we cannot just help to we can't help but think about how amazing this day would be without having this live with you guys. So today I will be having different guests. We have many guests actually that will share to you different things about JRooz review, about taking up IELTS exam, different exams that we are providing, and at the same time our partners that will help you in our immigration process. We also have a TikTok influencer who will make sure that you will be inspired and make sure that you will be able to that will be able to help you get inspired on how to live a better life and achieve your career and your dreams. So, uh, before we start, don't forget to like and share our live stream today. And don't forget to like and tag two of your friends in our pinned post on Facebook so that you will be eligible for tonight's raffle draw. For our raffle draw, we will be having three prizes, two minor prizes and one major prize. So two minor prizes that we will have are IELTS Lite. It's a review program for those who wants to take up the IELTS exam. And the IELTS Pro is the same as well, but with live classroom, classroom review. So both are intensive courses and both will help you a lot in your careers. So before we get things spiced up, we will be giving you a brief background on how JRooz Review started. So JRooz Review has been dominating the Philippine review center industry for quite some time now. And with us tonight is Mr. Mark Cruz, who will be discussing with us a great history lesson on how JRooz Review can help you in your journey to success. So let's all welcome Mr. Mark Cruz. Hi,
Hi,
Mark.
everybody. Hi, Jasper. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Um, yeah, JRooz, how it all started. So JRooz began about 20 years ago in 2001. Yeah, about 20 years ago. Um, when my dad came to the Philippines in order to start a review center. Very popular thing in the Philippines, and he began doing it with nurses when he first started, and but eventually, as time went on, he also expanded into IELTS, OET, NPT, PT, and various other such review programs, and he built the company. He worked very hard to make sure that we had the best review, the best everything, and and as time went on, we grew into the number one review center in the Philippines. It wasn't easy. There was many problems, and I saw many of them, but he tried as hard as he could, and he got there. But and wait, and now with pandemic, we've been forced to sort of change things now. Since for the longest time we've been doing on-site review, and that's been our whole shtick. That's been our way of doing things, and that's what we've been always so successful at. But in the spirit of that success, we are now moving on to online, given that pandemic has forced everything to sort of shut down. But we can't shut down. We have a lot of things we need to do, and we're prepared to do them, and we're gonna go on high and really do what we did on site, provide the best review, but for online.
That is great, Mark. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, for since it's the pandemic and most of the students are thinking um to take the review courses eventually after the pandemic ends, after especially here in the Philippines where it's still under general community quarantine. What do you think is your message for those people who thinks that um, they could start uh, next time, not right now, since they think that it would be better for their minds to be refreshed, um, like few weeks before the exam, if they review few weeks before the exam.
Um, I think that the answer to that would be there's never a better time than now. Like, if you want to do something, if you really want to go for something, you gotta just do it. It's if you wait for the right time to do everything, oftentimes you'll end up finding out that there's no such thing as the right time. You'll end up just like sitting there waiting. When, when the right time will be just around the corner, only for it to escape you. So what I would say is just do it. It's the best way to do things in life, and helps you in the long run if you just go out and just do whatever you need to do.
That's such a great advice from a very handsome young man. Thank you so much, Mark. And just like what Mark said, there's no better time than to start now, right? And later on, we will be having a discussion with our former students from JRooz who have been very successful in their on their lines of career in the United States. So before we head into that segment, um, don't forget to like and tag two of your friends in our content material that is pinned in our Facebook page. So you can see it here on the left side of my screen. And go ahead and like and tag two of your friends so you could be eligible for our raffle draw later tonight. For our next segment, to give us an idea on how their experiences in living abroad and working abroad and how JRooz has become a factor for their success, two of our successful students would like to share some insights. With us tonight is Chile Gandigan and Napoleon Oliveros, all living now in the United States, working under a skilled nursing facility. So welcome, Chile and Napoleon. Nap, as you if you want to be called as Nap.
Yeah, you can call me that. It's just shorter.
Hi,
That's
how
good.
are you?
Hello,
Oh,
how are you this fine morning?
yeah,
It's fine. It's we're
it's a
good.
cold.
We're good.
How, how about you, Nap? How are you?
It's a cold morning here. I'm on my car. I'm actually at work, and that's where I work now. So it's
That
part of the hospital where that hospital is, and that's the workplace I've been working on. I'm in Cortland, New York,
that's great. That's
and it's
amazing.
cold here. Yeah.
Oh, I hope it's cold here in the Philippines as well. So yes, before we start, can you share about how JRooz Review has helped you in your career and the way before you were able to work in the United States, how JRooz has shaped your future? Chile?
Hi, good morning again. So yeah, my name is Chili. I was with JRooz since 2010. I think it started in 2010. So we were actually I was actually one of the first students who took their review in Cebu. So we were the first batch, and it was a bit crazy at first because we were the first team, the first batch of students who took the review classes in there. So, but then I remember back in the day, we were helping each other. Like again, if you have the goal, you just have to embrace whatever challenges, whatever um, difficult. You don't see it as we didn't. I never saw it as difficulty before. I took it as a challenge, and just really worked with what we have, and like equipping ourselves to prepare for the IELTS, for the NPTE. And I think our hard work had paid off because like 3 years after that, 2 to 3 years after that, we were able to, achieve our dreams. And right now, I'm in New York City. It's also cold here now.
That's amazing. How about Nap? How has JRooz helped you achieve your dreams?
Oh, Jerus is a huge part of where I am now. I mean, it all started one day. It was actually through Chile that I learned about JRooz. We were on a boat. We were riding a boat one time in going to Cebu, and she just asked me, "Hey, what your plans are?" Because we graduated at the same batch, and we were together in the internship in one of the rotations in Manila. So that's when I heard about JRooz, and I'm just so glad that that happened, because without that I don't think I would be here. I mean, I graduated in 2004, but then I got sucked in on the call center culture. When you're in the Philippines, no matter what course you graduated from, you will always be tempted to go and find your niche somewhere where it gives you the best, buck for your time. And at that time, it was the call centers paying a great amount of money. So I stayed there for a couple of years. In fact, for about 7 years. So I thought, physical therapy and being a physical therapist is just a forgotten dream for me. Like, this is probably my new career now. And then Jairus opened up doors and even windows of opportunity. It gave me that spark again, to consider, hey, maybe I need to go back to my first love, which is being a physical therapist. And at that time, it was just a dream, because you think about all those hurdles and the steps in realizing that dream. You need to pass this exam, that exam. You have to pass the English exam. You have to process your visa and all of that. So a simpleton, like a simple-minded person like me, cannot handle that. I would just give up. But with JRooz, it gives you a map, gives you where to go, what your next step, and they were there in each step of the way. You've accomplished this. Okay, next you review for this. Okay, but uh, I graduated year ago, so they have tailored their review program to get you at par where you want to be in the shortest possible time. So that's what I appreciate about it. The review system is tailored. They have good support in terms of infrastructure. You have good buildings, good classroom at that time, and they don't just get any lecturers. It might cost the company more money, but they got the best lecturers out there, at that time, and that really helped. And I'm so grateful for that up until this moment. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let me ask you guys a question. Can you tell us any significant changes in your life as compared to when you were living here in the Philippines and after you have migrated there in the United States? Chile?
Yeah, there had been a lot of significant changes that happened in our lives, and it goes the same with NAP. So, like, 2 years after I got here, I got married. And then, what else? I've been home. Thank you. I've been home for I think at least 2 times already. We were planning to go home this year, but then I don't think COVID would allow it. So yeah, so there's a lot of changes. And when it comes to work, I've grown as what Nap had said. JRooz had really prepared us mentally, emotionally. I think I've grown professionally as well when I started working here, and I've been thankful also with the experience, because like a few years after I started working here in New York, I've been offered a job to become a rehab director. I took it. It was a challenging one, but I've learned a lot from it, and yeah, and I'm still continuing to learn, and embracing and enjoying the challenges and the lessons I've been learning. And also to add to the experience I had with JRooz, so Nap and we were friends way back. We lost touch, and then so I remembered him one day. I was already in JRooz, and then yeah, I met him on the boat. So we started talking, and then I invited him to JRooz, and that's when everything started. And I would like to also say that Nap was one of those really brilliant lecturers JRooz had. So he was a lecturer for local boards, for the Philippine boards. And then he was also doing lecture classes for the NPT. NPT is the exam here in the US, which all of us had to take before we can practice here.
That's great. How about you, Nap? Can you share us what were the significant changes that happened to you from the way you were living here in the Philippines and now there in the United States?
Oh, there's a lot. It's probably north and south comparison. If there are any students out there that's listening to us right now, I tell you, don't give up on your dreams, because it can happen. And I've seen lives change, not just your life, but your family's life as well. And as far as what the role that JRooz played on those significant happenings in my life, it's pretty up there, because I met my wife while I was in JRooz. If I was not in JRooz, I wouldn't be married right now. So I met her. She was one of the employees in JRooz in Cebu, so that's where we met. So as I've said, JRooz is a huge part of my life now, and I'm forever be grateful for it. The obvious things are financial freedom, of course. From someone who's renting a 500-600 pesos a month apartment or a boarding house in Cebu, we can now afford. We're building houses in the Philippines for my parents and for my wife's parents. So that in itself is significant. From someone who can barely afford a taxi to ride to work in the Philippines. I no, this is not bragging, but if you're talking about significance, I have now cars and cars that I like driving. So, pretty significant. Yeah, the phone that I'm using, it's one of the latest. No, not the latest. But again, I
Don't
don't
be
want
shy.
to.
It's the latest.
It's more on encouraging you guys. If it's financial freedom and improvement, this is the way to go. If you're a physical therapist right now, even if you're not licensed, just if you're considering that path, go for it. You're never gonna regret it. You see, even with the pandemic, we still have our job because we're essential, and this is the best career really, because people might not need all the restaurant go, or they might not need to fix their car in terms of pandemic or when, but they always need healthcare. Aging population, the baby boomers. So there's always business everywhere. Always a lot of ways to make money. I now work as a full-time PT here on where I am right now, but I'm also employed somewhere else. Like I have like four that calls me now and then. So you'll never be out of job. There's always job. There's always job.
That's great. Thank you so much for that, Nap. And I see your car is great. You have a sunroof, so it's pretty amazing for real. And lastly, before we end our segment, can you share to us what message do you have for those who want to take up this examination, or um, what advice can you give those who are aspiring immigrants and those who want to live abroad? Nap, let's start with you, Nap.
Well, have the tenacity to follow your dreams, guys, and there will be a lot of naysayers out there. 9 out of 10 people you meet at this point of your life will tell you it's going to be hard, it's going to be impossible, you're better off to stay in the Philippines. Visa right now in the US doesn't look good, or the leadership, they would tell you something about Trump or the stock market. Don't listen to those crap, okay? Just head on, set your sail where you're heading and focus everything on that. If it's not helping you achieve to get to where you want, then let it go. Don't entertain them. It's gonna be worth it. I tell you, it's going to be worth it. Just keep on working hard. There's certain of steps and stepping stones you need to go through to get to where you want to be. But each of them prepares you for the actual life of being a therapist here in the US. So, like, if you need to pass TOEFL, don't complain about, why do we need to do this and that? Why do we need to take up English classes and all? But it's going to improve your communication, and you'll need that later when you're dealing with your patients. So, take one day at a time, enjoy it, and have a lot of faith. And when you get there, this is important. When you get to where you want to be, don't forget those people that was there for you when you were nothing. Okay. Don't be a disgraceful piece of food. Okay. Just think about all those people that were with you when you were nothing, when you need a lot of help, and that keeps you humble. That keeps your feet on the ground. But don't give up. Don't give up. Pursue it. It's gonna happen.
Thank you so much, Nap. Chile, how about you? Do you have any messages for our aspirants?
Yeah, I mean, majority of it, Matt had really laid it out right there for all of you guys. But I'd like to say something about JRooz. For me, it's kind of personal as well. So I've been working with different staff I'm here, so I'm working with different people. So time and time again, I'm always like reminded of where I came from. So everything that Nap had said, all of that were true. There was a time back in Cebu when we were like so lost. We have nothing. We had to leave our jobs. We have to focus on our goal to to work here in the US and become physical therapist. And I'm telling you, it was not easy. So JRooz had the kindness in their heart to employ me as one of their employees there in Cebu. So back then I was working as, I think I was like student coordinator, something like that. So I have like, it's an office job, but it helped me very much, live day by day, pay your bills and your rent and everything until, I got the time to leave and actually here. So the only thing that I can actually really tell everybody is that you will, again, as what Nap had said, you'll really hear a lot of things. Even if you're already here, you would hear a lot of things from different people, from your classmates from before, who've been working here for, like years ahead of you. You will hear a lot of things. And most of them, I don't know why, most of them were really just negative things about, oh, don't do that, just do this. Oh, why do you have that? Blah, blah, blah. It varies from the neighborhood you're living in, the rate that you're getting, the kind of work environment that you are in. Honestly, in my experience, my first major work here in the US, the first facility where I've actually stayed for like 3.5 years, it's a psych facility. So at first I heard a lot of things. Oh, you have to, have to complain about it. You have the right to say this and that and that. So the only thing is that if you keep on complaining of what you have, it's not gonna take you anywhere. So at the time, yeah, it was challenging working in a kind of 80% psych, 300 bed capacity, like psych facility. It was kind of disturbing. But then I told myself, actually, if you want to go somewhere, you don't know where you're going to go. What if you go to a place worse than this? So you have to live with it. You have to take on the challenges. And then one day I was complaining, and then the next thing I knew, I was there for like almost 4 years. And I learned a lot. I've worked with different people. I've worked with a lot of Filipinos as well, which was a good thing. And yeah, and then again, you move on to the next step. And then the only key thing is that you have to look back to where you started. And then again, don't forget the people you work with, because you'll never know that you will always meet them in the future. And don't burn bridges, because you'll always go back. And be patient.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Chile.
Yeah.
And now we have another former student with us. She just got in, and she is Miss Pat Salcedo. Hi, Miss Pat. How are you, Miss Pat? Miss Pat, I think you're on mute right now.
Okay. Hello.
There.
Okay.
Now we can hear you, Miss
Hello.
Pat. How are you, Miss Pat?
Evening. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. So, it's a happy Friday here in Connecticut. So, as you can see, we're on our way to work. So, like as when I open Zoom, so I hear Nap saying, "Don't." Like we're very thankful that up to this day, of course, to the Almighty, that up to this day we still have jobs, even though with all the pandemic that you've heard, and then how challenging it is right now in the healthcare world. But we are still needed. We are still needed because, I don't have to say it. You, as physical therapists, know that we still have to help people even if they have the COVID. So positive or not, they still need therapy. They still need care. So I came here 2014. I started in a SNF and still continue to work as a SNF as a full-time physical therapist. So I also have per diem from time to time. So I got to learn how to manage my time because in the Philippines, as Filipinos, we always have this mentality that onyo ara na oy, mamaya na yan. So, but here you have to focus on and manage your time. That's the things I got to learn, and also a lot of things that Chili and Nap have shared with you guys are, I could say it also applied to me because like don't burn bridges. Like you get to meet people here, a lot of people who will really like motivate you in some ways, and then the other way they will also pull you down. Like, oh, why are you here? You need to go home to the Philippines. This and that. You won't survive here. It's hard here. So don't let this prevent you from meeting your American dream, but instead let it inspire you. Like you get to encounter people that will just discourage you, but always bear in mind that you're here, and for you that you're still in the Philippines and you're still aspiring. Don't let those people around you discourage you to pursue your dreams and goals. Like this is your plan and you've made this far. You're in the JRooz Review Center to take your NPTE review. This should this is a stepping stone, and of course during review take it very seriously because those things that you learn there are very important when you're here in the field. Like when you're actual, it will be your strong foundation. Like what do you call this, like because many people it's honestly like there are still people like who are very like where do you learn all these? Of course there's only one Sullivan book, so what they learn as therapists you also learn them, but you cannot avoid that they will be questioning where you learn as Filipino. So I know you get what I mean, but like it's hard, but we made it. And like I said, you just have to be strong and focused on what is your goal in life, even if it's hard to like the preparation, like the time to study and then to stay up late. Even the TOEFL part, if you won't make it for the first time, don't give up. It's just a challenge, and it's a way to one of the steps that you would be able to come here is to pass the TOEFL exam. So I luckily me, Nap, and Chili took our TOEFL one take, but it doesn't mean that we are not also facing challenges during the review. I remember our in JRooz we have a review instructor who will always like put you to the test like impromptu. So it helps because here you will be facing English speaking people. So like the challenge there and here it's really helping me and motivate me and help me what I am right now. So I'm assigned in Connecticut for the past almost 7 years. So far, like I said, we just have to be very focused and determined of what is your goal in life. Like we cannot avoid trials and challenges, but these are just there to inspire you and help you keep going. I think I said a lot.
Thank you so much, Miss Pat. Actually, this live show's goal is to inspire our audiences, but it seems like I'm the one getting inspired by your stories. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Chile, Sir Nap, and Miss Pat for your testimonies. And we are wishing you best of luck in your endeavors, and we hope you stay safe there in the United States. Thank you so much, guys.
You too. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Stay safe,
Thank you.
everyone.
So, for our next segment, before we go to our next segment, let me remind you guys to like and tag 2 of your friends in our pinned post and our Facebook page, JRooz Review, so that you will be eligible later for our raffle draw. And don't forget to share our stream as well, so that the more viewers, the merrier. Am I right? So, For our next part, we will be having guests from our partner agency, L&T Intercontinental Link Education Consultancy. So let us all welcome Miss Jenny and Miss Natalie.
Oh, good
Pleasant
evening.
evening to you.
Oh, good
Pleasant
evening,
evening,
everyone.
ma'am.
Yeah,
So,
my
ma'am,
name is Jen.
how are you, Miss Jenny?
I'm good.
How about you, Miss Nat?
I'm great.
That's amazing. That's good to hear from you guys. Let's cut to the chase. Many of our friends here in the Philippines are asking how to start the paano nila masisimulan yung process and if they want to live abroad. So, Miss
Okay.
Nat, can you start?
Miss Jen will be the one to start.
All right, sure.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
My name is Jen. I'm one of the senior visa consular from L&T Intercontinental Link Education Consultancy Incorporated. And here with me is Miss Natalie Kalayag.
We are from L&T Intercontinental Link Education Consultancy Incorporated, and we are catering different countries like Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, USA, and European countries such as Finland, Netherlands, Germany, and Estonia. And here in the Philippines, we have 5 offices: Manila, Tarlac, Davao, Cebu, and Solana, Nueva Vizcaya. But for now, Manila and Tarlac offices is just operational office due to COVID.
So, L&T Intercontinental Link Education Consultancy have been assisting clients since 2015. And to answer your questions, for Filipinos to start the process, first we invite them to attend a free information session discussing the steps and benefits of our program. And then next is we ask for the resume and send it to our migration team to assess clients' qualification. And if the clients want to go for Australia, we first determine what type of visa should fit them. Because when it comes to Australia, we have different subclass. We have the recognized graduate skilled visa. These are for the UP engineering graduates. And then we also have the tourist visa for those who want to tour in Australia. And then the dependent visa for those people who have a spouse, partner, and in Australia already. And our main product for the country that we are promoting is the student visa. So in our company, we ask for our clients' resume for us to evaluate or conduct evaluation with the percentage of client success rate, not only for the course suggestions. So that is how transparent we are. We are more on focus with the quality, not with the quantity. So we are more concerned in our client's application success rate. As our vision goes, we want our company to be known as the most trusted education consulting company. So for their application, we need to assess them first.
I'm so sorry, I was mute. What do you think are the things that a student should consider in if they want to live abroad, a student or a professional? What things should they consider?
Okay, the thing that they should consider first is the country that they want to go to, and of course the outcome on that certain country. If they're aiming for a short-term goal, this is what we call the work visa, or they are aiming for the stability on that certain country. This is what we call the long-term goal. So this is the student visa. So the consideration we believe is the most important to think that this application will lead to a hitting 4 birds in one stone. First, You learn, and then while learning or studying, you'll be upgrading your qualification through education, which we believe that this is the main foundation of any stability and success. Second, you will earn because you have the privilege of working while you study. And also, the most important one is to become stable because having your education in the country of your choice will make you eligible to apply for your residency. And then for the fourth one, you're allowed to bring your family with you, pertaining to the spouse and the children.
That's good to know, Miss Jenny. Thank you so much. What do you think would be why do you think it would be beneficial for our students or our professionals in migrating abroad?
Okay, thank you for that wonderful question. Since our main product is student visa, I'll discuss the benefits of student visa instead. So, the benefits of student visa are, first, upgrade your qualification. So, you will upgrade your qualification based on the education system of your chosen country. Second, you are allowed to work while you are studying. So this is just one of the benefit you will get because you upgrade your qualification. Third, our main target is you to become stable. You are eligible to apply for residency after your studies. And lastly, you can bring your family with you. Your partner has working rights as well just because you upgrade your qualification. So that's it.
That's great to know. And most of our audiences by now are probably thinking of migrating already, and especially the students, since we're talking about student visa here. How would you encourage our students to live or study abroad?
Okay, so we encourage people to live abroad by means of giving them the benefits and what they can get with the study, work, and the program, or the what we call learn, earn, and be stable. How it will change and help with the current status. And actually, we're not discounting the opportunities and privileges that our beloved country, the Philippines, is offering to us. But we must accept the fact that being in a third world country limits also our chances of hitting the best opportunities. So that life has to offer. Leaving our country to upgrade and develop ourselves will only means showing to the world what Filipinos can do abroad. So education is the main reason of being successful. So we tell them that we should not wait for the star to fall. So they should start of reaching their dream with us, with the Learn, Earn, and Be Stable program, and do not fear and have strong courage to work in their dream. And to add up, the main aspect that they should possess to migrate is one is the educational attainment, their work experience, financial capacity, and of course their English proficiency. That's it.
That's great. Thank you so much, Miss Jenny. So let's talk about the partner agencies. So can you tell us how long has JNT how long has LNT been partnered with JRooz?
Okay, so we've been officially partnered with JRooz since 2015 when our managing director, Ma'am Romalyn Tolentino, contacted by the manager of JRooz Baguio City. So officially added other offices in Manila, Cebu, and Davao. So since 2015.
That's nice. And how is your relationship with JRooz? How's the partnership?
All we can say is they are very professional, staffs are incredible, and they are very hands-on.
That's amazing. And can you tell us how JRooz Review has was able to help your company and your clients?
Okay, JRooz was very hands-on from the start. Simple process, we are just sending our clients and coordinating them in advance. Then their staff do the orientation and check applicable time frame reviews depending on their target score, type of examination, and country of destinations.
Thank you so much, Miss Nat. So, before we end our segment, do you have any promotions? Do you want to plug anything for our audiences?
Yes,
Go ahead.
so we would like to take this opportunity to invite everyone book personal consultation with our visa counselor to know your options. Our company name, LNT Intercontinental Link Education Consultancy Incorporated, and our website, www.intercontinentalconsultancy.com, and you may email us at contact.intercontinentaleduc@gmail.com, or you may call us 0939-117-1857. I repeat, 0939-117-1857, or you may visit our Manila and Tarlac office. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Natalie. So, guys, if you were not able to catch the contact details or how you can reach LNT, we will be posting it on our Facebook page. So don't worry, and you will still be able to reach them through that. So once again, thank you so much, Miss Jenny and Miss Natalie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. So guys, before we proceed to our to one of the most amazing parts of our evening, we would like to remind you to like and tag 2 of your friends in our ongoing raffle draw that will be drawn tonight. I'm so sorry. Ongoing raffle that will be drawn tonight. So it will be here in this material located in my left side of the screen. So there. Be sure to like and share our stream as well, so that the more viewers, the merrier. Okay? So you don't know, one of your friends might be interested in taking up a course in JRooz, and at the same time seeking assistance with LNT. So for our next part, we will have a great influencer, a TikTok influencer, and he goes by the name of Kuya Ching. And he is an inspirational speaker as well. So let's all welcome Mr. Ronald Prince Kua, also known as Kuya Ching. Hi, Kuya Ching. Magandang gabi.
Good evening.
Kamusta
Kamusta
ka, Kuya?
naman?
Kamusta, Kuya Ching? We're good
Medyo.
here. How about you?
Medyo chap. I'm good here. Okay naman. Medyo natututo ko sa mga narinig ko sa inyo eh. Kasi ako marami akong natutunan sa mga sinasabi ng mga naka-experience at nag-aaral sa JRooz. Ayos din.
Inspirational, no? So, Kuya Ching, since we know na inspirational speaker ka, and can you tell us something about sa tingin mo kung ano yung masasabi mo para dun sa mga tao na medyo nawawalan na ng pag-asa, like hindi nila alam kung paano nila ma-reach yung goals nila sa buhay?
Well, ako nagdaan ako sa mga ganyan pagsubok. Especially na ako, I'm a stroke person eh. Dumadaan sa mga physical therapist eh. So, kung gusto niyo ma-achieve yung goals niyo, huwag kayong matakot mag-fail. Kasi alam niyo yung fail na yan, first attempt in learning. Siyempre, pag nag-fail ka, para lang po kung saan ka nag-fail, so kailangan mo mag-review. Mag-review ka na mag-review para ma-achieve mo yung goals, yung dreams mo. Diba? Huwag ka pipigil. At nandiyan yung JRooz para magtumulong sa'yo. Mag-review ka para mapapasa mo yung IELTS review or exam. Diba?
Tama. Thank you so much, Kuya Ching. Para naman yung mga yung alam nila kung ano yung pangarap nila, gusto nilang i-achieve yung pangarap nila, pero nag-hesitate sila, nagdadalawang isip. Ano yung sa tingin mo magandang advice para sa kanila?
Well, para sa akin especially me, dati takot ako sa camera eh. Kaya kung alam mo kung anong goals mo o anong goal mo sa buhay mo, kailangan subok ng subok. Go straight lang. Huwag ka matakot. Kasi di mo alam kung saan ka dadali ng yung dreams eh. Diba? Kung ano nasa puso mo, gawin mo na ng gawin. Kasi yan ang magdadala sa'yo sa tagumpay mo.
Kuya Ching, pwede mo bang ikwento sa amin kung ano yung dream mo na may time ba na meron kang pangarap tapos nag-hesitate ka?
Okay ito honestly, may pangarap ako, di ako masyado nag-aral kasi dati. Siyempre, meron ka pero kung ako nag-aral siguro ako, malayo na narating ko eh. Sobrang layo na narating ko dahil alam ko naman may talino ko, pero hindi ko ginamit ng tama. Pero kung gagamitin mo ng tama yung talino mo at merong gabay ng isang nakakalam ng mga guru sa'yo, yung paano kung nakaduktong, siguro pwede ng Dr. Kwa or what's this? Basta mga engineer ko ba, kung nag-aral ka mabuti, lahat yan matutupad mo.
Thank you so much, Kuya Ching. Ang ganda nun. Tama-tama yun. And, Kuya Ching, sa tingin mo, ano yung masabi mo kung kunwari, for example, ako, ayokong umalis sa comfort zone ko. Ano sa tingin mo yung mga masabi mo sa mga kagaya namin na mga students or professional na ipapagpaliban na lang yung mga mas malalaki pang opportunities kasi ayaw namin mawala sa comfort zone na.
Well, tama naman kung saan ka masaya, doon ka lang, mag-stay ka doon. Well, pwede ka rin naman mag-explore, pero siyempre kung saan mo gusto masaya ka, mag-stay ka lang doon. Doon ka lang sa gusto mong gawin. Dahil kung saan ka magiging masaya, doon ka magiging successful.
Na-mention mo kanina, Kuya Ching, na you're a stroke survivor. So, can you tell us more about the experience na nangyari sa'yo yun? And ano yung mga realizations mo after that?
Well, my first year, so struggle talaga ako kasi sobrang depressed ako. Kasi syempre, hindi ko nakagawa yung mga gusto kong gawin eh. Especially now, half of my body is weak. My left side, sobra. Pero with the help of God and my family and prayers, nagagawa ko na lahat ng gusto kong gawin ngayon. Basta kailangan manalig ka lang, faith, tsaka porsigido ka sa lahat ng gusto mong gawin. Dati, nanonood lang ako ng mga influencer. Ngayon, isa na ako sa influencer. So, kung ano lang gusto mong gawin, diretso lang talaga. Go straight lang. Huwag ka mahihiya. Ako yung stroke ko, ginawa ko ng instrumento at ito, parang wake up call ko sa sarili ko na, teka lang, hindi naman ako baldado, talagang baldado eh. Stroke lang ako. So pag nagpa-therapy ka, nag-practice ka, more practice, magiging magiging 100% ka pa rin ulit. Mawawala yung mga weaknesses mo.
That's great. Amazing. Kuya Ching, since we all know na TikTok influencer ka, can you tell us paano yung naging journey mo towards to where you are right now?
Okay, journey ko kasi sa TikTok, nag-start ako, I was bedridden. Nanonood ako, okay itong mga TikTok na to Siyempre, once na pinag-aralan mo yung isang bagay, pag natuto ka, magiging bihasa ka. Yung mga dreams mo talaga, matutupad mo yan. Tulad ngayon, dati 100 followers lang masaya na ako. 1.5 million followers na ako ngayon. And I'm proud of myself kasi kahit ganito ako, nagagawa ko yung mga ibang ginagawa ng ibang tao. Basta kung gusto mong gawin, porsigido ka, magagawa mo talaga yan.
Thank you so much, Kuya Ching. Sobrang ganda nung kwento mo ngayon. And Kuya Ching, for your last message, ano yung masasabi mo sa mga audience natin na nanonood ngayon? Ano yung message mo para sa kanila?
Guys, kayo, kung gusto nyo mag-aral or ma-pursue yung dreams nyo, kailangan i-boost nyo inyong knowledge. At diyan kayo tulungan ng JRooz. Kasi ang JRooz i-help yung boost yung confidence nyo at inyong knowledge para mapasa nyo yung IELTS exams.
Thank you so much, Kuya Ching. And thank you so much, Kuya Ching, and that's it for our segment. Thank you so much, and I hope you'll have a healthier life and mas dumami pa yung followers mo. Thank you so much, Kuya Ching.
Ay, thank you.
And
thank you.
So, guys,
yes, guys. Okay.
Thank you, Kuya Ching. For our next segment, guys, this is one of the most important parts of the evening. So we will be having a Q&A session with Mark, with Miss Jenny, with Miss Natalie, and with Kuya Ching. So these questions are the frequently asked questions that are asked to us, to our Facebook page, by our students and aspiring immigrants alike. So, if ever you have any answers to our question, you could just unmute yourselves and you could speak out. So, we'll be giving chance to everyone to answer our question. So, for our first question, probably this could be for Miss Jenny and Miss Natalie. What do you think is the best country to migrate or to work to?
Okay. For my personal opinion, I would recommend Finland. So since it's a new country and they just newly opened, the entry requirement would be simpler and the residency pathway would be easier.
Mm-hmm. How about you,
compared
Miss
to other
Natalie?
countries.
Okay.
So that's
For me, all the countries we are promoting because they all have pathway to residency abroad.
Okay. So how about you, Sir Mark? Which country do you think is the best country to migrate or work to?
I'm a little biased because I live in America, and so living in America, you get to experience all the things of being an American. But I would also say that just going abroad, going to another country, is a very interesting experience, and it's something that you really there's nothing like it. Going to someplace that's foreign and new, it's a really cool thing to do. It's an awesome thing to do. It's something that no matter where you go, you always find something to like.
Thank you so much. How about you, Kuya Ching? Sa tingin mo, anong country yung pinakamagandang mag-migrate yung isang aspiring student?
Para sa akin, siguro Canada.
Bakit sa tingin mo, Kuya? Sa tingin mo, bakit Canada, Kuya Ching?
Para sa akin kasi meron na mga ibang family sa Canada, sabi nila medyo secure sila doon at safe siguro. Yun lang na mindset sa akin na maganda raw sa Canada kasi daw marami dito Pilipino daw doon at maganda daw trabaho.
Alright, thank you so much, Kuya Ching. Kasama na rin sila sa live natin. So, for our next question, I think this would be for Mark. Why do people take IELTS, and what are the benefits of taking these kinds of exam? IELTS, OET, PTE?
Well, I would say that the primary benefit for taking these exams would be to, these exams are primarily to assess your skills in a certain subject. So IELTS is for English and such, and in trying to and assessing these skills, you will learn a lot about what you need to work on, what are you good at in these skills. And when you go to like a country, into English speaking countries or any country in the world, English is a global language. It's important to be able to know what you can do and to improve those skills, because when you go there, you don't it's very difficult if English is not your first language. It is incredibly difficult, and being able to improve those skills, to be more confident in your ability to speak, is really important, because it really makes the whole experience a lot better when you're able to just communicate with people. People don't like to just sit there and be like, oh, what is that person saying? I can't really understand. You want to be able to like go in and be able to have conversations with people, even if your English is not perfect. Being able to have good conversations with people is really important. It really builds your ability to just live here, live in an English speaking country, and just like be able to interact with people. And these exams are supposed to help you that. JRooz is supposed to help you with that, and it's important that you are able to do that.
Thank you so much. For our next question, I think this would be for our friends from LNT. What are the good tips that our aspiring immigrants should always consider in processing their requirements and in choosing what country they should go to? Miss Jenny, I think you're on mute.
Can you kindly repeat the questions again? I'm sorry.
What are the tips that you should that an aspiring immigrant should consider when choosing which country they should go to, or whenever they're processing their requirements already?
Okay. They should consider first their work experience, educational background, and of course their English proficiency.
So for the English proficiency, of course, it will be they will be needing JRooz review, and they will be needing to take IELTS, OET, and PTE examinations.
Yeah, they really need it.
That's great. So, for our next question, I think this would be for Sir Mark. How could JRooz review help test takers pass these exams? So, in what way, especially right now during the pandemic?
We offer a great review program. Simple as that. We have great lectures. We have a great support system to be able to help people pass these exams. And yes, it's online. Yes, it's not always the most ideal option, but we try our hardest. We're working our hardest to make sure that our online review program is as good as it's as on-site, and that the experience doesn't have to change that much. Our teachers are just as engaged and are just as active, and we're never going to abandon you. We're always going to be there to make sure that everything is okay. Everything that the NAP and Pat and Chile said still applies, even now that we're all online, even now that our programs are quite a bit different. Those principles and ideas, the lectures are still going strong.
All right. So for our last question for tonight, this would be for everyone. So, how would you encourage those people who are stuck in this pandemic, in this COVID-19 pandemic, but still wants to pursue their dreams? So, let's start with Kuya Ching. Kuya Ching, ano masasabi mo sa mga stuck sa pandemic pero gusto pa rin nilang i-achieve yung dreams nila?
Well, guys, don't get affected sa COVID-19 sa pandemic na yan. JRooz Review Center has online review. Pwede kayong mag-enroll sa kanila sa online. Nasa bahay lang kayo, natututo kayo, and mapupursue nyo pa yung dreams nyo.
Thank you so much, Kuya Ching. How about you, Miss Nat? what can you say to those who are stuck in the pandemic but still wants to achieve their dreams?
Okay, why delay? Now is the best time to start. You are the one who in control with your future, not the pandemic. Okay, so start now. Start chasing your dreams.
Thank you so much, Miss Nat. Miss Jenny?
As what Miss Natalie said, JRooz, an LNT Intercontinental Link, is here to assist and to guide you to reach your dream in going abroad. Let's not be stopped by the pandemic, this COVID. That's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mark, how about you?
Yeah, earlier in the pandemic, I was watching this video about like how pandemic is really can really affect and like mess everything up. And the primary message of that video was that in times of challenge, in times of difficulty, the goal shouldn't be you shouldn't just fall apart and just sort of lay there and not do anything. The goal should be to come out of a challenging situation better than you started. And I think that really applies here. Like, yes, it's not an easy time. It's a very difficult time. But if you have a dream, if you have something you want to achieve, you know, if you keep putting it off, it's in all likelihood that doesn't help. If you keep putting it off, you won't achieve your dream because you always keep saying, "Oh, next time." But if you start now, you can, by the end of pandemic, because pandemic is going to end eventually. So it's better that you take the time. While things are hard, yes. If you take the time now and really work as hard as you can. You know, after this is all over, you'll be able to have your opportunity. You'll be ready. You'll be up and awake, ready to go wherever you want to go, prepared, and you know that will really prepare you for after pandemic and being able to go and achieve your dreams.
Thank you so much, Mark. Yes, that's it. Don't let the pandemic stop you from reaching your dreams because kagaya ng sabi nila, pag nagsimula ka na ngayon, tuloy-tuloy na yan. And JRooz Review and LNT Intercontinental is here to help you. So don't forget to message our pages if you have any inquiries or if you have any concerns so we can cater you right away. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much to our guests for tonight for a wonderful discussion. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. And Mark, have a great morning and good luck to your school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
So guys, for our next segment, this is the most awaited part of our evening. And I can say that this is probably one of the highlights of our night. So tonight we will now be drawing our lucky winners for IELTS Lite and IELTS Pro. So here is our Wheel of Fortune, and you can see there the names of those who are eligible for our raffle draw. So for our first winner, we will be drawing for IELTS Lite. So IELTS Lite would be, there will be no live classroom setup, but there would be a recorded discussion that will be sent to you, and it will be accessible to you once you start your IELTS Lite program. And you could learn more in our website and our JRooz Review Facebook page. So for our first winner, is Apple Edria Cabuyadao. Congratulations, Miss Apple. You just won one IELTS Lite, and you can claim it by messaging in our page. So for take a screenshot of your name here in our Facebook live stream, All right, let's do something. Let's like for an online selling. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So make sure to send the screenshot to our Facebook page. All right. For our next winner. Are we ready for our next winner? For our next winner of IELTS Lite is Noemi Arconada. Congratulations, Noemi. You just won one IELTS Lite as well. So be sure to take a screenshot of our Facebook live stream and send it to our official Facebook page so that we can confirm your IELTS Lite program. All right, so take a screenshot. Just like an online selling again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, all right. So let's prepare for our major prize. So for our major prize is an IELTS Pro review program. This one is worth 6,000 pesos. So guys, this would be very, very worth it to win right now. And this IELTS Pro program is has a live show. So live show rather, a live classroom. So you could have an interaction with your instructors right away. So for our IELTS Pro winner, let's spin the wheel. Congratulations, Miss Angeli Ortega Adhawili for winning the IELTS Pro. So a round of applause for you, Miss Angeli. So make sure to take a screenshot of our Facebook Live and send it to our Facebook page so that we can provide you with the IELTS Pro review program that you just won tonight. Congratulations! So that's it for tonight. Congratulations everyone, and congratulations to JRooz Review and LNT for a successful live show tonight. So in the future, we will be having other live shows as well. So make sure to like and follow our page so that you would be updated with our ongoing promos. And at the same time, Christmas is nearing, so probably our management can hear us and have a promo just for everyone here in our live audiences. So thank you so much, guys. In behalf of JRooz Review Center, we would like to thank you all for being with us tonight. So don't forget to like, share, and comment on our posts and our live stream. And be sure to follow us here on Facebook and our other social media pages so that you would be updated in our ongoing promos, and at the same time, you'll be the first one to know whenever we have other live shows, and you might be the one to win by that time. So thank you so much, guys, and have a great night. Thank you.
Sige, play mo na.
Okay na, Bars. Okay. Pero wala na ako sa frame, diba? Wala na ako sa frame. Sige. Tatanggal na akong polo. Ang init eh.
Nakaka-proud tayo.
Uy, kita ba ako?
Nakaka-proud tayo, guys. Gusto.
Wait lang, natawag si ano. Natawag si Miss Maan. Teka. Hello, ma'am.